Hello everybody and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. For today's preview, it is Bulls versus the Western Province tomorrow. They will close out the first weekend of Currie Cup action following the Pumas versus the Lions, which is tonight, and the Griquas versus the Sharks, which is tomorrow in the early game. Hoppers one kickoff there. And then all eyes will shift to Loftus before shifting to Italy as the Bulls, a very depleted Bulls side, host the Western Province. 22 Currie Cup debuts could be in store for the Bulls in that 24-man squad that they have announced, including 9 club players who currently aren't even contracted to the Bulls. So what an opportunity for those players, though. And I must admit, we talk about the integrity of the Currie Cup, and this is one of those games where you kind of sit there going, we really need to avoid this sort of situation. But the reality is, given the scheduling, given the Rainbow Cup final and stuff like that, there was no way this could have been avoided. So we've got to try and see the positives. And the positives are 9 club players could get an opportunity to go and play in the Currie Cup. I mean, how amazing is that? As a club player, you're not sure where your threat is going to be, and all of a sudden you're going to be playing on SuperSport at 4 o'clock against the Western Province at Loftus on TV in the Currie Cup. It's an incredible experience for these players. And I think that's the thing we need to focus more on. Obviously we're not going to be able to see the best Bulls players. Most of their squad are. I think they've got 44 players who are unavailable for the Currie Cup in terms of being in Italy, injured, SA under 20, and the Springbok squad. So 44 players. That's 2 full sides. And some, that's literally almost 2 full 23s. So this really is the definition of a C team. But let's try not get sort of sucked into the misery. I think it's going to be very interesting to see. And sometimes players with a point to prove. Sometimes these players and stuff like that, you never know. We could be uncovering a future star in this game and stuff like that. It is a very strong Western Province side though. So for the Western Province, I think they'll be sitting there saying, if there was ever a chance to get off with a bonus point victory and lay down the gauntlet to the other sides, this is the type of game that you want, because as I said, there's a lot of rotation for the Bulls. For the Western Province, a couple of injuries, a couple of players missing with the Springbok squad, but a lot of first teamers and regulars are available for them. So they have named quite a strong squad with a new captain as well. So we're going to start with the Bulls side. But before we do, please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, consider becoming a member of the Forever Sports Members Club, all that right down below. Please do consider doing all 3, one of them, and the likes and stuff like that. So we start with the Bulls side, and a big name there that jumps out is Simpiwe Mantamzima, who's been nicknamed Beast. We've been looking for our Beast replacement, and he's someone who's been tipped to potentially play for the Springboks one day. So he's had quite a long-term injury, so very, very keen to see how he comes back. As I said, he's a huge unit, very powerful player, and I think he'll be somebody that they'll be looking towards to try and sort of lead from the front. They'll be captained by Sango Kamlasha in the midfield, but if we look at that sort of front row, Simpiwe Mantamzima, Werner Veree, Francois Klopper, as I said, we don't really know a lot about these players. Let's be perfectly honest. We're looking at these teams, and if you look at this sort of 24-man squad, if you recognize more than 2 names, I'll be very surprised. So JJ Skierpers, Tian de Klerk, the lock pairing, Henko Bukes, Jakob Lapiskakny, and Jakob Zeidenhout is the loose trio. Johan Mulder partners Jandre Berger at fly half. Kefense Matlo and Sebastian Job are the 2 wings, and then Lawrence van der Schaaf and Sango Kamlasha, who's the captain, will be the midfield pairing, and then Richard Creel, brother of David, will be at full back. So I think between him and probably maybe Simpiwe Mantamzima, those are sort of the recognizable names. There's also a recognizable name on the bench as, Big G, or the Giraffe, as you know, Clele Damini, the club prop, the Bulls sign was quite a strange signing and quite an exciting sort of sign that a lot of people took quite a lot of notice on. He's on the bench, so he'll be looking forward to getting his debut. A lot of big things being spoken about him. But yeah, the only 2 players who have actually played in the Currie Cup or played a professional game in this lineup is Simpiwe Mantamzima and Kefense Matlo. So it really is an incredibly inexperienced side. On the bench, though, Leuven Klaassen, Dewald Donald, as I said, Mhleli Dlamini, Adolf Visser, Edwin Lubber, Tian Fourie, Kabelo Mokoena, Neil Bukes, and Uzila Tele. For me, I just hope these players, these youngsters, go out and they just give it a go, Go out and don't feel any pressure. I don't think there should be any pressure put on this team. This is a team that must be said, go out and express yourself. Go out and show, that the Bulls have got this incredible depth. Go out and show why we are the powerhouse of SA Rugby. Go and try and, force the Western Province to play well, because this is the Western Province side that they will be playing. So as I said, we've got a new captain, Ernst van Rijn, who takes over the reins from Stephen Kitsoff, who's obviously at the Springbok camp. So we're looking at that side, pretty predictable in Ali Vermaak and Dietling Bashir. JJ Kotze comes in because obviously both hookers, both Skaren Tabeni and Bongi Manambi, are with the box at the moment. So Ernst van Rijn is part of my David Meyer hazing. And then in the loose trio, we've got Neil Otter, Johan de Tooy, and Evan Ruiz. Evan Ruiz I thought was brilliant a couple of weeks ago. He's turning into be a really, really good player. I think he could be the perfect replacement for Joan Augustus, who's currently a bit sick at the moment. So I think that he's someone who's really put his hand up in the last few games. Paul de Beek comes in at scrum half, and he'll partner Abner van Rijn. I said in our live show last night that I thought Abner van Rijn will probably start this weekend. I think it's a nice game for him to try and get some confidence up, because he's struggled a little bit. He's very much a player of confidence, and when he's playing well, he'll keep playing well. But he makes a couple of mistakes early, and he can struggle throughout a game. Lots and lots of pace in this team, though. Siabela Sinatla comes in at number 11, Sitle Injaluzula at number 14, and Sergio Peterson at fullback. So a lot of pace in the counter-attack. What I think is quite interesting is Dan du Plessis and Ricky Pretorius bring their centre pairing back. However, we will see Dan du Plessis playing at inside centre, and we'll see Ricky Pretorius at outside centre. We've usually seen them the other way around. Both of them are inside centres by trade, so it'll be interesting to see how this sort of slight change will benefit them and how they'll do. On the bench, I talked about a Lions loanee, that's Hajiba Daimani, who will get his first game up for the Western Province off the bench tomorrow. And then Sazi Sunday, a former SA under-20 player, usually a tight head prop, it was being named tomorrow at hooker. And they said that he's thrown in the lineup forward, stuff like that, so they're trying to sort of look at players who might be able to fit in other positions. So the front row replacements are Sazi Sunday, Leon Lyons, and Lee Marvin Mazabuko. Be very interested to see how Sunday goes at reserve hooker. Be interested to see how much time he gets off the bench as well. But it's the perfect sort of game, I suppose, to be able to experiment when you're not playing maybe a full-strength bull side. And then Justin Masson, Hajiba Taimani, Godlem is similar, Tim Sweel and Cornel Smith are what we expect the bench to be, but Jason Alexander, Devet Maria, and Chris Schroeder could all come in. It's a very good Western Province side. It's not a phenomenal Western Province side. I think if they were playing, the full-strength bull side, even without their box, you would sit there thinking that the Bulls are favourites, but this is a side that can get a job done. I think that the backline's pretty exciting. It's a very solid front row. The locks are pretty good. I think they've got quality everywhere in the field. So I think that I don't think they should have too many issues. But hopefully the Bulls pitch up and make their life difficult. I'm very interested to see how Hachiba Daimani gets off the bench, going to the Western Province to try and get some game time. Obviously hasn't quite worked for him at the Lions, so he's hoping to try and sort of give his career a bit of a resurgence. So that's something to look at. So I'm going to go Western Province by 16 points. I hope that it doesn't become a runaway game, because nobody wants to watch that. So I'm going to go 16, maybe probably closer to 20, probably be a safer bet. Let me know what your score predictions are down in the comments. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Consider becoming a member. My name is Steven. Thank you very much for watching. I'll check you guys all over the weekend.